Evening class, Mr. Watson. This is my dissertation of bowstring trusses. Why are bowstring trusses so dangerous? The main reason, as I was doing some research, one of the main dangers is in a bowstring truss, the compression forces within the top chord act to force the load-bearing walls out and down. So, I kind of think of it as, it's already pushing them out and it's pushing them down. A little bit of heat source, and they commonly fail. In the case of the Ford fire, the fire went undetected between the mezzanine and the roof because of the mezzanine was built below, which concealed the fire, and the strength of the bottom chord was also thought to be weak as well after maybe 30 years of being in service. They also span great distances, which in anything tends to make it a weaker strength. If you span a piece of metal 30 feet, it tends to be weaker than a piece of metal, the same piece of metal span 10 feet. Buildings in my zone, fortunately I don't have any bowstring trusses in my zone. I actually went looking today, and the first place I went was to a marina, and I just looked up and I was like, oh, no bowstring trusses. It's a newer built, bowstring trusses really aren't used anymore, newer marina. But that was the first place I went. I was like, okay, it's got to be a marina. But fortunately in my zone, we don't have any bowstring trusses. They're commonly used in large warehouses. Buildings that span a long distance again, and they're not very easily identified. They're usually masked, with maybe a parapet wall or again like a mezzanine maybe. So it doesn't just stick out because of course the roof doesn't go with the feature. So they're not really easily identified. Again, what type of buildings utilize bowstring trusses are usually large in design. I don't know if I reiterated the fact that bowstring trusses came along maybe World War II. They were used originally for hangars. They're large in design due to the length, as well as open storage areas with no supporting structures, no supporting walls, such as hangars, supermarkets, construction in that matter. But that is my video. I look forward to hearing your feedback.